Welcome to the World History YouTube channel. This is a platform where we come together to take a journey into the depths of the past. Join us to get lost in the fascinating world of history and walk in the footsteps of important events. From state struggles to ancient civilizations, from wars to exploration, we are here to explore the story of humanity throughout history. Follow us to discover everything about history. From the courageous stories of legendary leaders to revolutionary inventions. We are waiting for you to open the dusty pages of the past and travel into the depths of history on the World History YouTube channel. U.S. history is richly diverse and complex. Interstate struggles have an important place in the country's history. From the Constitutional Convention that began in 1787 to the Civil Rights Movement that continued into the 1960s, contestations among the states have had a critical impact in determining the roles and powers of the federal government and local governments. At the same time, legal differences are also observed between different states of the USA. From criminal law to civil law, from property law to commercial and labor law, each state has the freedom to determine its own legal regulations. These differences reflect the state's unique identities and needs. To understand the history and legal fabric of the United States, it is important to consider the struggles and legal differences between the states. State struggles have emerged at various periods in U.S. history. Here are some important state battles and their dates. State struggles have emerged at various periods in U.S. history. Here are some important state battles and their dates. 1. 1787 Constitutional Convention. The Constitutional Convention convened in 1787 to determine the powers of the federal government and the states. At this meeting, significant struggles took place over the balance of power among the states and the powers of the federal government. 2. 1803, Louisiana Purchase Treaty. The Louisiana Purchase accelerated U.S. Western expansion and caused disputes between states over territorial claims and boundaries. 3. Missouri Compromise of 1820. The Missouri Compromise allowed Missouri to join the Union as a state that accepted slavery, but also placed a limit on the spread of slavery. This compromise highlighted the struggle between slavery and freedom. 1850. Compromise. The 1850 Compromise were part of the effort to resolve the slavery issue. These compromises included the recognition of California as a free state and the prohibition of the slave trade. 5. 1861-1865, American Civil War. The American Civil War was the largest struggle between the states over slavery and the powers of the federal government. Southern states defended slavery, while northern states fought for the Union and freedom. 6. 1960s and the Civil Rights Movement. The Civil Rights Movement of the 1960s emphasized the struggle between the state and federal government, especially in the southern states. While states rejected federal intervention against racial discrimination, the federal government fought for equality and justice. So, what cultural and legal differences are there between these states today? Let's examine it together. There are some differences that surprised me, and I'm sure you will find strange too. Let's get started. While the state of Texas imposes harsher penalties for drug crimes, these crimes may be given more moderate penalties in the state of Oregon. While property division is automatically accepted as 50% in case of divorce in the state of California, this ratio may be different in New York State. In Florida, title records are generally kept electronically, whereas in Louisiana they may be kept on paper. While New York State provides workers with more leave and paid vacation days, these rights may be more limited in Alabama. While school management is more centralized in the state of Massachusetts, it may be left more to local authorities in the state of Texas. Regarding health insurance, California offers comprehensive health services, while the state of Kansas may have more limited services. The state of North Carolina may have a law that taxes costumes for pets, The state of Texas may have a regulation that legally limits certain types of cheese that pizzerias can use. In the state of California, there may be a regulation that requires a special permit to skate. In the state of Massachusetts, there may be a regulation stating that the sale of alcohol is prohibited on Sundays. There are hundreds, maybe thousands like this that we cannot count, dear friends, but I don't want to borrow you too much. So what was the difference that you liked and were curious about? I'm waiting in the comments section. Thank you for your interest in the World History YouTube channel. You are invited to journey into the depths of history and discover our exciting content about world history. If you like our channel and want to be informed about more historical content, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. This way, we do not miss our new videos and discover the fascinating world of history together.